A young electronic and computer engineer, Zico Abara, has designed a turbojet engine. Abara, who is an indigene of Ebonyi State, Nigeria, took his great innovation to the National Defense College, Abuja, to demonstrate his indigenous turbojet engine to the Minister of Defense, Mohammed Baduru Abubakar, members of the military through the Defense Research and Development Bureau. Also in attendance is the Minister of Science and Technology, Uche Nnaji. Before I show you the video of his innovation, let me tell you what a turbojet engine is all about. A turbojet is a name used for gas turbine engine designed to produce thrust by discharging exhaust gases at high speed out of the rear of the engine, i.e. the jet, which is done through a suitably shaped propelling nozzle. The turbojet engine is used on many aircraft types, particularly those designed to fly at higher airspeed, including in supersonic flight. Turbojet engines are primarily used in military aviation, powering high-speed fighter jets.
This is a turbojet engine we built from scratch, made in Nigeria. Everything, you can see the welding. It's pretty basic because we have to do everything with legal tools. So basically, it's a turbojet engine that powers fighter jets, which it needs more advancements, but with time we just came to display its functionality. So that's basically how it works. Right on afterburner mode, but if you permit us, we can run it again at full power.
That power is not free.
What it can be used to produce it. It's not limited to just thrust.
Well, when I saw this, the first thing that came to my mind is we have this.
So this will actually be just like a miniaturized.
There.
Without
So you must stop it. Because it will run. Okay.
We'll go test
To prevent it from running.
We actually put off a group of hardware developers. I'm a robotics engineer.
I can use this.
You can't say much about it the way I do. And I mean, they call it SND chips. It's can't do it. It's only done in Taiwan.
So he's trying to convert you to a smoky.
Yeah, because it's light. It's
taking the heat.
The right direction. I think for them to invite you, you have accepted it. Please keep it on. Don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged.
First of all, we need to give kudos to this young man because this is an indigenous innovation. It's not easy to locally fabricate a turbojet engine. I mean, we're talking about the military hardware. To the best of my knowledge, I don't think that the Nigerian military has been able to develop something of such. So this is the first of its kind. Despite all the money that have been pumped into research and whatever, they have not been able to come up with such kind of innovation. So kudos to the young man from Ebonyi State for pursuing such a Herculean task. It is a very difficult one to do, especially when you are in the climate called Nigeria, or in a place called Nigeria that do not support innovation, that do not support creativity. So I must say kudos to him, and for the fact that he has to go all the way to Abuja to display his innovation to people who he think cares about his innovation, to people who he think that can help him to scale up his innovation and become something that the world will crave for. I want to say kudos to him. It's not an easy task. From the way he spoke, you can see the passion, you can see the drive, the zeal to continue building onto what he's building. But I'm particularly worried because looking at the people around him, they were not impressed. Not that what he did was not great, but probably because they do not even understand what he built. They didn't understand what a turbojet engine is all about. They didn't understand what it means for someone from Ebonyi State to innovate, to build a locally manufactured turbojet in Nigeria. They don't understand what it is. And of course, I'm talking about the Minister of Defense. You saw him looking so lost. I'm talking about the Minister of Science and Technology. You saw him looking so lost. To them, if they need a fighter jet, they can order for it abroad. But unknowingly to them, a fighter jet can be manufactured here in Nigeria. You have an indigenous car company in Nigeria. You have Innocent, you have Nord. They are manufacturing car here in Nigeria. With the right environment, the right motivation, you can manufacture a fighter jet here in Nigeria. For the fact that you have someone that have manufactured the engine, because the engine is the most important thing in a fighter jet. Having someone that can manufacture the engine, it means that you are halfway to manufacturing your own fighter jet in Nigeria, locally assembled, indigenous fighter jet here in Nigeria. But unfortunately, we have leaders that do not prioritize innovation and creativity, leaders that do not prioritize production, locally production. All they want to do is to import from overseas. For the fact that this guy is an Igbo guy doing such a great innovation, it makes me happy because I remember during the war, Igbos, when they were faced with the challenge of defending themselves against the Nigerian government, they manufactured their own weapon, they manufactured their own vehicle. To my surprise, when you go to the War Museum in Umuahia, you will see a submarine ship that was manufactured by the Igbos during the war, in the heat of the war. Imagine having a tribe that can manufacture all of this during the war, and they use all of this innovation to fight against the Nigerian government, defend their state for 3 good years against the Nigerian government. The only reason why the Igbos lost that war was because the Nigerian government decided to attack unarmed civilians. They used economic blockade, denied food from coming into the Biafran land, and that was the reason why the Biafran troops had to surrender, because people were dying in their numbers, not from the barrel of the gun of the Nigerian troops, but because of starvation and diseases caused by food deficiency. After the war, one would have thought that the Nigerian government would have assimilated, bring together all these great minds that innovated all this great equipment to fight the Nigerian government, they would have brought them together, assimilate them, send them abroad for more training, give them moral and financial support, and enable them to manufacture this equipment here in Nigeria. But no, they discarded them to the point that there is even a rumor, of which I don't know if it is true, that the chemical engineering department in UNN was shut down because the people from that department were those that were instrumental in building this great innovation during the Biafran War. The federal government had to shut down that department because they don't want more mines to come out from that region. That is the reason why I say I feared for the young man, because he is in a country that do not support innovation and creativity. He is in a country that do not support local production. The faces of the people around there, the people that are watching his presentation, shows that they are not even impressed with what he's doing, because they do not even understand what he's doing. They do not understand that someone from Igbo land can manufacture a turbojet. They do not, I don't even know if they even understand what a turbojet is all about. But however, I pray that this young man is not discouraged. I pray that he keep pushing. I pray he keep displaying whatever he's manufacturing. One day, one very good day, people that understand the importance of what he has done, people from faraway country, they will come to this country, they will pick him up, they will take him overseas, and they will train him, and he will become very instrumental in manufacturing great turbojet across the world. But I also believe that one day we are going to have in this country a leader that supports innovation, a leader that supports creativity, a leader that will support Nigerians to do exploits. And that day is not very far. We will definitely have that day. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.